Hi guys, this is gsr1.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Honor X8. As you know, Huawei has sold the Honor branch back in December 2020 and now Honor is making new phones with Google services and the Google Play Store. This is a mid-range handset which should be priced at around $300, maybe even $250 in some countries. It has a quad camera at the back side and a large screen with very narrow bezels. It also has the already famous Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 4G CPU, which we've seen on quite a few affordable handsets. So, Honor X8, it's part of the Honor X series. It debuted with Honor X7 and X9, and this is an unboxing, so let's see what's in the box. As the device boots up, here we have a test version of the phone. On the commercial one, you will find here the key used to access the slots, the manual, and hopefully also a case. Now, let's input the pin. You should make sure you get a safer one than that. And in the box, you have the Honor supercharged charger with an USB-A connector, and it promises up to 22.5 watts maximum charging speed. Next up, we have a cable which goes from USB-C to USB-A, as you can see here, and I would say this is pretty much it. That's all the unboxing part of this video had to offer. Now we're off to the hands-on part. I was attending an Honor presentation and they focused a lot on the very narrow bezels of the phones they're offering. I'm talking about the Honor X7, X8 and the Honor Magic 4 Lite. All of them have been praised for their very narrow bezels, which allow immersion in the video experience. Now the Honor X8 is made of plastic, a pretty solid polycarbonate. Sadly, the back side here is glossy and draws a lot of fingerprints, lint and dust. The camera area looks like the iPhone 1 and once again draws a lot of prints and dust. The thickness is 7.5 millimeters, the weight is 177 grams, which to be honest isn't that bad considering how large the diagonal is. The colors for this device, well, we have silver, black and blue as the color choices. Our unit is the black one. Now, I just unlocked the phone using my face. You also have the fingerprint scanner here in this flat power button. And as far as the screen is concerned, this immersive panel here is a 6.7-incher IPS LCD with a Full HD Plus resolution and 90 Hz refresh rate. So if you plan on doing some gaming, you may be able to. Supposedly the screen to body ratio is around 89%, which is pretty impressive to be honest. Now if you go inside the phone, using this app here, you're going to see the CPU. It's a Qualcomm Snapdragon 680, 6nm octa-core, also present on the Realme 9 and the Redmi Note 11. It's accompanied in this case by 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, but sadly it's not expandable, we don't have a microSD. What we do have is an audio jack, microphone, USB-C 2.0 port, and a speaker here, the only one on the device for music. The top one is strictly meant for calls, and another microphone is placed at the top side. Now on the connectivity front, this device has to offer, well, Wi-Fi dual band, there's 4G, there's Bluetooth 5.0, there's GPS, and there should also be NFC available here, as shown here, plus USB-C 2.0. On the camera front, you can already see the cutout here, which by the way is covered with a plastic protection applied on the screen from the factory. As I said before, this cutout hosts a 16 megapixel camera able to do Full HD 30 frames per second selfie video capture. At the back side we have a quad camera with a rather typical, I would say, setup. 64 megapixel main camera with phase detection autofocus. Then we have the 5 megapixel ultrawide camera. Then we have the 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel bokeh. This ensemble is able to capture full HD video only in 30 frames per second and also includes an LED flash right in the middle between the camera lenses. Now the camera app itself is pretty generous with the options. We have HDR, super macro, story, panorama, stickers, high res, pro, time-lapse and dual view. This is the video section and I can confirm what I said before. You have to stick with Full HD. There is no love for 4K here. Photo, it also includes an AI option, which is useful to correct colors and find a proper scenario, or better said scene. We have portrait, but be careful to activate the bokeh option if you really want it to function. We also have a night mode and aperture, which I like to call sort of like bokeh for objects. Aside from that, we are running on Android 11 in a pretty clean version, which has Magic UI 4.2 on top of it. And luckily, compared to the Huawei devices, this one has the Play Store, has the Gmail, and also has the Google services activated and available here. So there's no complaint in that regard. You get all the goodies from Google, unlike the previous Huawei situation. Okay, this is pretty much it. I'm using gesture navigation so far. You can find more on gsnl.com. We have the Google News feed here to the leftmost. You can pinch the screen to see the widgets. And one of the most useful pre-installed apps is definitely the Optimizer, which is here to take care of your, well, good functioning needs. I see that Honor also covers its back with an Honor store, just in case you need an extra source of apps. Well, this one is here, the Honor store, to deliver extra options for your download needs. Apparently this is not an app store, this is just a shortcut towards their very own shop, so you can buy stuff. So I was wrong before when I said this is a contingency plan. It's not actually a store for apps, but who knows, in the future maybe. Okay, so first contact, this is definitely a phone which will be used for multimedia. You're going to watch videos on it, you're going to play games on it, well, games that can run on a Snapdragon 680, and the narrow bezels are the selling point, together with, I would say, the flat frame, which gives you a good grip, and the camera is decently promising in the sub $300 segment. That's it from gsnl.com. We'll be back with a full review very soon. Goodbye.